I will give you permission.
Hello, and welcome to tonight's race here at the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. And
yes,
as you guessed it, the middle of Ohio. I am joined here with Cirrus Garange. Cirrus, how do you think this race is going to go, my friend?
I may or may
We
not
are out here
the tech officials as well.
with GAVARCA at Mid-Ohio with a bunch of race cars and a bunch of gladiators that are ready to hammer it down. You know, we're getting deeper into the season. These guys are mastering the craft of their ARCA cars. And it's going to be tight. It's going to be fun. I'm hoping it's going to be a good race, Gavin.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that tonight's race is, this race in particular, we got two events tonight. This one is the above the yellow line 30 here at the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. But then after this, we have a race at the Iowa Speedway, which just recently announced for next year is going to have a Cup Series date. So a very, very big thing to see as our gladiators are out here competing and running their qualifying times right now, trying to figure out who's going to be on pole for this race.
This is group qualifying?
It is group qualifying. 5-minute group qualifying. You can see we're halfway through right now. That's Benjamin Branscombe, the sponsor for both of tonight's races. You can see above the yellow line and digital chumps on that 43 Chevrolet Camaro. We got a decent field out here tonight. Looks like probably about 20 cars, which is what we've been averaging, which is very good, very solid field, creates for some good races. Let's take a look at our points leader right now by nearly an entire race gap, and that's Presley Soren, that number 98 Skybox Roasted Gems Coffee Ford Mustang. Cirrus, what do you think his chances are for the race tonight?
He's fast, he's consistent, he's good. Presley Soren is like those, the best in the business. It's what he does, The Gen 6 car is definitely his bread and butter, I've been out of town for a while, but I know the handful of GAVARCA races I've stumbled upon and decided to watch or run. Maybe in the future, wink. He's been fast. I mean, he can cut through a field like butter. How he's going to be exactly in the road courses, we don't know. His times are fast. He's consistent. He's on the track. He's keeping it on the track, which is already good for, considering a handful of people in the field here struggling, trying to learn this car in practice and qualifying as well, trying to set their hot laps. Presley Soren definitely has the chance to win it, so he's going to be up there. I'd go far enough to say that's my pick, Presley Soren.
That's your pick? I'd say it's a pretty solid pick, as he's top of the board right now by almost a second over Isaac Johnson. Christopher Tate just went second with a 28.9, so you can see right there. We'll flip this onto best lap so you guys can see the difference. You can see right there, those are the lap times so far. These guys are only going to get about 2 laps in of qualifying if they went out near the beginning of it. You can see so far we've had 8 cars go out. Got quite a few more still ready to go out there. But I think it's going to be very interesting, especially off the start, to see how, if at all, the field gets spread out, or if they keep it relatively close. It should be really, really fun to see.
Yeah, let's take a look at Rudy Valentine. He's currently putting in some really good laps out there, and he's more of a quiet competitor, I'd say, but that makes him very easy to underestimate because of how much raw speed he has, He's one of those drivers. He doesn't put on a show. He doesn't put up a fuss. But 10 laps into a run, he's caught up to you from 10 seconds, and you're like, where did this guy come from? You know?
Yeah, exactly. He's very quick, especially once he gets in there and learns the car. He gets very consistent lap times. Him and Presley have been battling all year long, and I mean, you could see right there, he's gonna be the class of the field. We still have our halfway break, which will help a little bit with kind of pulling the field back together for the second half of this event. They'll get that first run. Cautions are probably going to be very lenient tonight with this being a road course. Really, it's going to be track blockers or other very large incidents, such as, you know, if a ton of cars are involved. So it looks like 10 cars was all that got the laps down when it comes to being on track for this race. And it looks like the 18 of John Shilchaski, the 45 of Patrick O'Keefe, the 35 of Ethan Stuckwish, the 5 of Tyler Lannon, the 09 of Christopher B. Williams, and the 73 of Jonathan Oates, as it's registered Oates as a lap for third. So my mistake there. So it looks like 5 cars didn't make a lap when it comes to qualifying attempts. Unless
a lot of pressure on the hot laps. Tyler Lennon gets his lap in, P11. Luke Breitschoff as well, getting bumped down because of it.
Yeah, so right now I believe that leaves Ethan Stuckwish, who's on pit road, so he will not be putting a lap down as the time has gone to checkered on tonight's event right here. We're just waiting for the start of our race. So pole sitter Rudy Valentin, I believe that is his first of the year. We'll fact check on that one real quick. Looks like they're all going to pit road here.
Rudy Valentin starting on pole, P1.
Yeah, we'll
Presley Sora's
we'll
gonna hold him on the P2. Starting off your front row.
Yeah, so here's our grid. As you just alluded to, Rudy Valentin on pole, a 127.2, very quick lap, with Presley Storer starting shotgun on the outside of him. Jonathan Oates starting third in his second start of the season, with Isaac Johnson right beside him. Sirius, you want to take over the second half from here?
Christopher Tate starting P5 in that number 44 machine, followed by, on the right side, Benjamin Branscombe in the 43 machine. Starting P7, the 99, Josh Stoltz. Starting next to him is Justin Knudsen in the 22 machine.
So I'll move on to the next page here. As you can see, Morpheus Perry starting P9, John Garrett starting 10th, Tyler Lannon starting 11th, Luke Breitschoff starting 12th.
Ethan Stuckwish P13, Gavin Newton starting 14.
Yeah, I don't know
However,
about that
we
one.
don't know if he's starting. He might just be starting parking. The 45 car of Patrick O'Keefe is starting P15, and the 09 of Christopher Williams rounds out your top 16.
Brayton Laster starts P17. I'm not sure if he's out there right now. We'll make sure to look at that. And then Scott Roush lined up 18th, and then 19th is John Shilchaski. So that rounds out the field. As you can see, everybody's gridded up right now. The Porsche pace car in front of everybody. See Presley's blinking on the front row there. It's not ideal, but we'll see how long we have until we're ready to go here. You can see we got the grid. We'll wait to drop that down. So you made your pick already with Presley Sora. I think it's gonna be tough to beat Rudy Valentin. I really do.
I think most everyone's raced before.
Yeah,
so I
we
don't
could
see
be
for
completely wrong on
starting.
both halves. Those two could be racing all they want halfway through the race. Those two wreck. Jonathan Oates is right there.
Please,
Jonathan Oates is going to be,
you're going on green,
you know,
there's no start zone.
I'd say he's P3 out of the rest of the field right now, out of just the pace you would expect from the 3 drivers leading the top 3 right now. You know, they're just going to run away with it, but it's going to be
Please,
those
please,
3
maybe.
under a blanket.
And
So, any
Okay,
mistakes between these 3, anything could happen.
We're coming to green here. Green flag is out. Looks like Presley Sora with the shotgun start here. Looks like maybe 3 wide. 3 wide into 1 here. I don't know if that's gonna work out. Oh, it's tight. Tight. Isaac Johnson on the outside there. They get cleared, no issues so far. You can see they're killing the cones back there. Those poor cones. Let's see if we can get the blimp view going. Oh man,
Ooh, Isaac
contact.
Johnson there into the keyhole, yeah.
Quite a bit of contact there in the keyhole. Looks like they'll make it through clean. We'll go back to Isaac Johnson here. It looks like
Isaac
a little,
Johnson P3 right
a little
now.
further back. See Benjamin Branscombe kind of backing out of that, playing it safe. Luke Brightshoff looking to his inside now. Sounds like we had a couple cars go around to the back. They kept it straight though once they got it back on the road.
We got a big battle for third.
Yeah, big battle there. Isaac Johnson
getting the switchback.
I see Josh Stoltz there, and I believe that would be the 6th or 7th position there. Oh, he is sliding through the corners then. So it looks like your leader Presley Sora right now with Rudy Valentin hot on his heels. Then Isaac Johnson in 3rd. Jonathan Oates in 4th trying to chase him down. But back up here to Sora. He got the shotgun. He was shotgun on the field, but got the whole shot into the corner there. Looks like we might have a battle going on for, looks like 9th place back here between Benjamin Branscombe. With a little bit of contact, it looks like a little bit of damage on the nose of that 56 machine of Luke Brightshoff.
Yeah, he used it.
Yeah, he definitely used his nose at some point there. You can see Branscombe looking to his inside there. Side by side as they go down the straightaway here. 3 wide into the keyhole. Branscombe's off the track a little bit. Looks like 56 might go a little wide. He's going to try to arc it off the corner here. Branscombe to the inside of him. Right at his quarter. No problem there. He kind of gives up the spot. He's now battling with Patrick O'Keefe back there. But man, they are hungry. I haven't seen a hungry pack like this in a long time, especially here at a road course like this. See Branscombe looks to the inside. Thinks better of it there. Sora has shifted back. What happened to him?
Look at this, Jonathan Oates. Where did he come from?
Something happened to Sora. I don't know what happened to Sora here. I'm gonna see if we can back this up a little bit, because I'm not totally sure what happened there.
Yeah, we missed something. His car looks clean.
His car looks clean. Oh, that's what we missed. So they got side by side. What a mess.
I think we gotta bring him in. We gotta. That's
Not. I don't think we do during the race right now.
He's heated.
Oh.
I don't know what happened. Oh my god.
Dear God. Tyler Lannon off the course. We're back live on the field right now. Isaac Johnson is leading this race.
Isaac Johnson out front. You
can see a battle back here between Sora and Oates. Sora throws it up the inside of Oates, side by side for P2. He lets him through. That moves Sora into 2nd here. Sounds like we had somebody else go off here. Looks like it might have been Benjamin Branscombe. Lennon's limping it through the last corner here. But looks like we might have a battle going on back here between Stoltz and Perry. As Perry locks the brakes up into the corner. He's going to try to get back at him here. Josh is off the track now. And that brings Christopher Tate into this battle. Christopher Tate around the 99. That'll slot him into P6.
Let's see if he can try and get past Mo Parrott, how he's making that car very wide right now.
Oh, he slides loose. Stoltz back by him. What a great battle up here for P6.
Whole bunch of close calls.
I'd be curious to see what Tate does here. He's going to make it wide. He might lock it up a little bit. He pulls it wide. Good run by Perry there. Stoltz looks to his inside. They're going to be even into turn 1 here. He pulls even with them. Perry's going to back out of it, it looks like, and give him the spot. Gonna hope he runs wide a little bit here. He runs it just fine. Just fine there.
Hearing from the stream, we have no ticker. We have no leaderboard. We have no gaps.
There we go.
There we go. Yes, sir.
My apologies there. I meant to throw it after lap 1.
Oh, it's fine.
Isaac Johnson still leads us here. That gap is closing up though.
Yeah, he's closing that gap.
It was 1.5 at one point. It's now down to 0.8.
I want to know how Rudy Valentine even got to him in the first part to get into him.
Stoltz, what happened to Stoltz there?
Stoltz is slow.
Stoltz must have gotten off track.
I have no idea what I was going to be on.
You can see it's a pretty big group there. Really about even on speed when it comes to that group. You can see there's a separation between the top 4, and then back to Christopher Tate, who's in P5 right now. You can see those cars are not handling well.
Top 4 is running away. They're the only ones comfortable right now.
Yeah, and I mean, thankfully for these guys, as you can see, Sora's hot on the heels of Johnson here, that they have a halfway break. So that's going to bring a lot of these guys back into it when it comes to the second half of the race.
Do we have faster pairs?
There's one faster pair.
Okay. Yeah. A couple of cars are pretty beat up. I doubt this is a very aero-dependent track, but you do want all the wheels straight nonetheless.
Yeah, for sure.
Want all the fenders smooth. It all helps when you're racing for the win, so.
You can see Knudsen back there kind of getting a bit squirrely. But yeah, there's the difference between this pack of, it looks like about 5 cars. As you can see, there was a pass back there between the 99 and the 54 working on each other there. Sora's still closing up, but here's the thing. Those 4 cars are very close on speed. I mean, I don't know if we've seen a breakaway of 4 cars like this all season so far.
You know, I would love to see an onboard of Isaac Johnson looking back, because Presley Sora, he is catching and he is closing really quick.
Well, look from the gearbox.
And it looks like Isaac's kind of holding those pack of 3 cars up real big right here.
You see they're battling back there. Valentin. Yeah, Valentin looked under the inside of Oates and got around him. Ooh.
They're all being held up. It's all Isaac Johnson here.
Isaac is just fighting these
Making
guys.
that car wide. He can make that car 5 feet wider than it should be.
It looks like we have a big group, big battle right here.
Big tractor in the lead.
I do apologize for butting in, but Tyler Land has DNF.
So that's our first car out of the race so far. Tyler Lannon. Looks like he's parked.
Out turn 1.
Looks like he's parked it 5 laps in and called it done as they're just brutally massacring those cones back there. See Patrick O'Keefe looking to the inside of Christopher Tate. That's for P6. He gets by him, and he's into 6th. What a beautiful looking car that 45 is. It's like based on Tyler Reddick's car that he either just recently raced or is about to race.
Look at that chrome, man.
Yeah, look at that side by side. Ooh, that is not a place you want to be on this track. That is such a tough place to be able to make moves and keep them straight. Let's go back up to the front here. You can see Johnson is just holding these guys up. They won't lie. They are hungry. They are hungry. Isaac does not want to see that halfway break. All these other guys are like, please, it gives us another chance to get beside him.
You also want to take advantage of what you have, right? Because Isaac Johnson, you never know. He might have pushed really hard the first start of the run. Now he's feeling it. Maybe Isaac wants that yellow too. Maybe he's saying, God, if I get a new set of tires, we start side by side with these guys, I can finally fire off and know what I'm doing. Because you know, the first initial start of your race is always a little hectic. It's always more abusive on the tires. You know, depending on the circumstances of what happens on your first lap. You know, so maybe he wants these tires. Maybe he wants to just keep that car wide for now and just zoom off.
Yeah,
once
for
we get
sure.
this halfway caution.
For sure, and I mean, I honestly think we're seeing one of the biggest turning points of the season right now. As you can see, he kind of got offline there. Sora's gonna try to cross him over. He gets right on his bumper. He's gonna look to the inside. This is
He's
not a
there.
passing zone. This is not a passing zone. They're side by side. Johnson's going to clear him into this corner, but guess who that brings into it? That brings in Rudy
Rudy
Valentin, but don't look
Valentine.
now.
And there's
There's
Oates. There's
Jonathan
Oates.
Oates. They're right on top of each other. This is
Oh,
crazy.
Isaac Johnson. Making this
They're
thing a pack race. It's like a bicycle race. No one wants to lead, right?
Dude, they're just all packed in on each other there. And oh, Sora's gonna look to the inside. He's impatient now.
That's gonna be
He
it.
forced a mistake. He forced a mistake on Johnson. Now how long is Isaac gonna hold up Valentin now? Because this is gonna be a key factor here. Is if Sora can get away from Valentin, that's gonna open up that gap for the next 7 laps here until the end of this break. You can see
Yeah,
Valentin's looking.
we do not want Rudy Valentine catching up to the back of Presley Sora because he has shown from the very early start of this race that he is going to do what it takes to get up front.
Yeah, I'm curious if there's any bad blood between those two right now, just because of that early contact that sent the 98 spinning around, and by virtue of that, let the 33 get up into the lead, deep into the corner.
Woo! There he goes.
Oh, he got clear of him there, but
I wouldn't say we have a rivalry, right? Because Presley Sora is like, you messed up, but I'm still up here. I'm still racing. I'm still in the lead. Just don't pass me. And there goes Jonathan Oates.
There goes Jonathan Oates. Contact from Isaac Johnson there. Let's take a look at that one more time. You see Johnson just went to the inside and just knocked him around. You know, no harm, no foul there. Really, I mean, it was just one of those
wheel on
circumstances.
wheel contact. Wheel on wheel contact is just unsavable. He bounced right up.
We're on board with the 98 out front here by half a second.
Rudy's quick. Rudy's pacing him. He's not losing him.
Rudy's really good into the braking zones. You can see he's really got it down. Sora's good on exit though. Really good on exit. It's just entry at the corner is just killing this 98 car right now. Ugh. See, he closed right up on him. Right up on him. Woo, buddy.
I'm telling you, no more inches. Nobody's giving anything anymore.
It's gonna be interesting.
Everyone's learning this car more.
This is a deep braking zone here. We saw how much better that Rudy's been through this section of the track than Presley, but maybe Presley's learned a thing or two to try to get through it a lot better. You can see he was losing it on entry again, but once he's kind of lined the corners up differently, he's been able to get through them a lot cleaner, and he's been able to kind of open up what he's doing.
This is going to show how important track position is as well. You know, every single pass we're seeing, it looks sloppy, but these guys aren't bad. It's just when it's that difficult to pass, you know, the only thing you can do is a lunge.
Yeah, these cars do not have much grip at all. I mean, these are big, heavy, true American stock cars. If I've ever seen them, there they are, side by side to the line. Give it to Valentin to lead that lap. Valentin's going to drive it up the inside here. Sora's going to have the run on the outside. And he's going to get clear of him, I think. No, he's still on his quarter. Still on his quarter. No, he's clear of him. He's going to look to the inside here. He thinks better of it.
An
Still
absolute
to the inside.
Power move to maintain the lead.
He's peeking to the inside. Sora knows what Rudy has, and he's just trying to hold on for dear life at this point. He's driving a great race. Both of these guys are driving great races. Here he goes. He's going to look to the inside here. He's going to drive it all the way down. Does Presley defend? No, he doesn't. He just runs his line. And it's going to be enough to hold off the spot for now. The charge by Valentin, he might have to put the bumper to him again.
That's going to be the only option for Rudy. I'll tell you what.
I mean, they're both driving the wheels off of this thing right now. And
Presley just has the defense. Presley knows how to defend in this car. He knows how to retaliate against a dive bomb or a lunge or any attack on his position. he could be a whole half second a lap off, and he will be able to make himself unpassable. As we see Rudy Valentine trying once again to sneak his nose into the fast corners. We're going to see this a lot. We're going to see this for a while. I think eventually Rudy will get past him. But at this moment, I mean, he's going to be stuck behind him for laps on laps, and it's going to kill his tires, hopefully, for Sora up until the caution break.
Yeah, the halfway break is going to be a really, really interesting time of this race, just because you have that second half, and that's where this race is going to change. It's the first half of the race, in all actuality, doesn't matter for anything. That's not where all the beans are. It's the second half of this race that's really going to be where the rest of the field kind of pushes, and then that's where they're going to see what happens. You can see sort of clipped the curb there a little bit. It might have knocked the rear end loose, which let Valentin close back up. I don't know if it's as much as these cars are tough to pass, or if Sora's just doing that good of a job defending.
Sora is really good. If it was me out there, he'd be past me within a turn or two. Guarantee it.
As you can see, we got a car around there, off the track.
There goes. Oh, off the track. We're good.
Rudy's to his inside. Rudy thinks
John, just say that.
better of it. He's going to hope that... Oh, he's going to try to cross him over here. Side by side. He's going to try to...
He's playing with him here.
Oh, he got him stuck on the outside. See, that's genius defense right there.
Yeah, I'd never be able to do that.
Oh, Sora got loose. Sora got loose into the last corner.
And finally,
that let
we
Valentin
see Rudy
by.
Valentine. And I imagine Valentine would scoot away till the caution comes out to square away our front row for the final restart.
Sora's looking back to the inside here, and try not to drive it wide. I think he knows he's got to clean house real quick and close up if he wants to try to bring this lap back.
The yellow's coming, no holds barred. Gotta go.
He's gapped him by about 3/10 here, but he's gonna close back in on the brake zone. All right, go through the field real quick before this break.
Seems to be holding a little battle with the 45.
So you can see right here, Valentin first, Presley Sora second, Isaac Johnson third, Jonathan Oates recovered to fourth after spinning. You can see the 45 and the 35 going at it for fifth and sixth right now. Patrick O'Keefe going to be looking to the inside. He gets back in line, almost gets loose off the corner there, gets back in line.
Just look at the gap, might I add. P5 is 16 seconds away from Rudy and Presley, and Rudy and Presley are not putting in hot laps. They are racing side by side, and they are racing hard.
Yeah, you could tell which guys have made more laps in these cars. As you can see, Patrick closes way up. It's less than less than 2 car lengths into this final corner here, right on the bumper of Stuckwish. We're going to keep rolling through the field here. Knudsen going around he's going to try to get around the lap car of John Shilcheski here. Shilcheski's going to pull to the inside. Christopher Tate into P8. Morpheus Perry in 9th. Josh Stoltz in 10th. Benjamin Branscombe just got around John Garrett for P11. And they're going back and forth. These guys are just fighting each other. This is a great battle right now. Garrett's
an absolute battle amid out here.
But
they're putting on a show.
They are putting on a show. Garrett's probably going to try to get back around it. You can see that car is war torn and battle scarred, and that thing's seen a thing or two. But we're gonna go back up here. Looks like Isaac Johnson just got off track. See if we can take a look at what happened to Isaac Johnson here.
He was off. Yeah.
Maybe he just got wide.
Got loose?
I'm trying to figure out what happened. If he just... Yeah.
Got loose. That wouldn't be it, though. He lost seconds.
Now we're gonna let this kind of play through, see what happened here.
Just remember that
maybe it carried over. It looks like his tires might be hot.
Halfway up.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. That's a pretty crazy one. Looks like Morpheus Perry was working with Josh Stoltz here, battling for position. Really tight between these guys. But yeah, one second Oates got around Johnson. That was all she wrote. As you can see, O'Keefe's still right there on Stuckwish. She's trying to get past him before the break. Not sure if it's gonna happen. Stoltz just got around Christopher Tate. Christopher Tate came into pit road. He's probably gonna stay out at the halfway break here. This is a crazy move.
He's pitting early.
Yeah, that's a
Can
really
he
good.
do that? He can do that.
Yeah, it's not illegal. It's a really good strategy move. I mean, there's no points on the line for halfway here, so
It's
especially
a matter of will you go a lap down.
yeah, at a track this big. I mean, I think that's the first time all season that we've seen that, just because this has been the only track where it's been large enough to do something like that. So
I think this will cycle him to the lead.
I believe it will too. Once we get through.
Yeah, he's on the lead lap.
Yeah, he's on the lead lap. So that's a really smart move by him. Very heads up, as again, there are no rules for when these guys need to come in. You can see Johnson has just fried the tires. He's sliding wide in all the corners. Valentin still hasn't really been able to pull away from Sora.
No, it just looks like he's pacing him. Looks like he's just studying his line, trying to get as much information as he can for the final. I wouldn't say final, but the coming restart. Yeah, it's all just a learning game for these two, fighting for each other.
Yeah, and I mean, I think Sora showed earlier, if he gets out front, he'll be able to defend, you know, if his life depends on it. So you see,
and it shows he's not that much slower either.
Yeah, you can see Tate is not anywhere close to going a lap down. So, I mean, he's going into almost the last corner here, and Valentin and Sora are going into turn 5 and 6, it looks like. Mo Perry, another driver that went to pit road before the break. I'm curious to see if the leaders are going to come to pit road here just before this break happens. You can see they're, oh my goodness, I think they're trying to race back to make it back to pit road. I mean, if I were them, I'd be pitting right here.
Would be the smart decision.
Because, I mean, if they pit in here and, you know, the yellow comes out a couple seconds after they pit here, they're going to drive by pit road.
Oh, well, you're going to finish it out naturally. They want the stage points, I guess.
There aren't any stage points.
Oh,
side by side.
There goes Presley.
The track is still green.
Fighting for stage points here as this track
Yellow's out for the halfway break here.
So at the last second, Presley Sora is going to steal it away from him.
My apologies.
But that's a good run.
Yeah, so Sora got by him
I
there.
was waiting for everyone to get a fair shake at trying to come in.
Right, pit stops. So
yeah, we got pit
Who's
stops.
good at it? Who's bad at it?
We got pit stops.
There's a lot of people good at it.
Let's talk to the leader right now, Presley Sora. Let's drag him up here and talk to him. Presley Sora.
Yes.
You are leading this thing right now with a hard-fought battle with Rudy for that first half of the race. How you feeling? What do you know about your car, and what do you think you're going to do for the second half of the race?
Well, if I would stop screwing up the last corner, I would probably be so far out of his eyesight that's not even funny. But I keep messing up the last corner and either giving him the lead or letting him get beside me, and it's hurting me. So when I get it right, I get it really right. When I get it wrong, I get it really wrong. And I wasn't really expecting to have the lead here, but I guess when you hit the brakes and stop when it's still green, then I guess that's what happens. So I was pretty confused by that. I about wrecked us both because we're going down the front stretch and he's coming to a stop in the racing line. But I guess I get why he was confused, but you still go until you get the yellow. So I don't really appreciate the early on incident. I don't think he was making that corner whether I was there or not. I think actually the only reason he did make it is because he ran into my door and used me as a brake. So he won't be getting an inch the rest of the race.
So you can feel some tension between those two right now. Presley, what do you think about your car, balance-wise? And who do you have to thank?
It's driving good. I mean, I can't really complain. Obviously, there's some wheel spin because it's a road course in this car, but all things considered, this is probably about the best road course race I've ever driven. So can't complain about how it's handling. Uh, I'd like to thank you for putting this on and broadcasting it tonight. And thank you, Joe Donahue, for all that he does as well. And I'd like to give a big shout out to Rudy Valentin for running into my door at the beginning of the race.
All right. It's a little bit spicy there. Presley sorry, everybody.
I'm going for Radio Sweetheart.
Alrighty, we'll get you back moved down.
Well, I'm glad to know that's on his mind.
Yeah,
The Rudy Valentine accident.
Let's talk to the second half of this.
Talk to Rudy.
Let's talk to
Get
Rudy
his
here.
tap on it.
Yeah, let's see what Rudy's view on this is.
Rudy Valentine, you're up here in the GAVARCA booth. You're really strong here up front, making a lot of strong moves, showing your dominance throughout the field. It's just that one person that you're fighting with. It's Presley Sora, and we noticed you might have gotten into him in the early half of the race. What's your thoughts on that? What happened?
I just overdrove the corner, missed it. I hit him. I spun him. I said sorry, and I gave the spot back to him.
All right.
Like a fine gentleman, he gave the
Like a
spot
fine
back.
gentleman.
I
You gave it
also
back.
was a moron and didn't keep. I thought the caution was going to come out earlier, so I slowed up in turn one. I was like, oh, then Presley was not sleeping, so he took the spot.
All right, so a couple of mistakes, handful of early on mistakes. Stuff's happening, real quick, fast pace, but we're coming into the second half of the race. Do you feel like you've matured a lot throughout the laps as we log them? Do you feel like coming into this second half of this race, there's something you can kind of push to get up front, can win it here tonight?
Yeah, I think I can win. 'Cause I just took the spot from Presley there.
The spot, look at that.
That's a big move here for the end of the race. Well, Rudy, we'll let you get back to what you're doing here. Appreciate you coming up here. Have a clean, safe rest of the race.
Yeah, I'll make sure not to run into Presley this time.
It makes it interesting for us.
Yeah, that crossover in the final corner.
It is pretty
Yeah,
sexy.
you guys were digging. It was fun.
Yeah, we're having fun. All right, thank you for bringing me up.
Yes, sir. That was Rudy Valentin. You can sense the difference between the two when it comes to the situation. One feels like not that big of a deal. The other one's like, man, I'm gonna kill him. So you can see the difference in just how these guys are feeling for the end of this race. So let's shift gears a little bit. Our new leader right now is Christopher Tate.
Wow, he actually did it. The madman. Christopher Tate and Mo Perry, your front row.
So that's going to be a big deal coming into the end of this, because that puts two cars that were running about midfield onto the front row of this one.
And those two cars, they have a lap in their tires.
They do.
I know people say, it's just a lap, right? But with some cars in iRacing, in the wonderful world of iRacing, a lap on the tires is really good, and in other cars, a lap on the tires is really bad. I believe this is one of the cars where, when you do a warm-up lap, you get your tires you can turn them into scuffs, you wear them in a bit. I imagine the initial restart is going to be a lot better for you. So the 44 and the 54, I don't think they're going to get run over. I'm not saying they're going to stay up there, but I don't think they're going to get run over. I think it's going to be a good restart.
I think you'll be totally correct. It'll be interesting to see, they obviously weren't running up front with the fastest guys. As you can see, we are on 1 to green here, but you can see, those guys weren't the best of the class of the field, so they're going to try to hold up the field similar to how Johnson was earlier in this, and they're going to try to hold on to their positioning. So as we are here 1 to green, let's kind of have a quick rundown of the field. You can see Morpheus Perry is second, but Christopher Tate's going to be starting first. Mo Perry second. Rudy Valentin third, Presley Sora fourth, Jonathan Oates fifth, Isaac Johnson in sixth, Patrick O'Keefe seventh, Ethan Stuckwish eighth, Judson Knutson ninth, and Josh L. Stoltz will round out the top 10. Benjamin Branscombe 11th, John Garrett 12th, Luke Breitschoff in 13th, John Chilcheski in 14th, and off the track is the 5 of Tyler Lannon in 15th. So, coming into the second half of the race, it's going to be really interesting to see who's going to be able to hold on to what coming to the end of this thing.
Around the final set of corners, pace car getting ready to make the turn off into pit road.
Still got a couple corners left. That was turn 5.
You see, I don't have this track, and
Oh,
that's why I'm not up there
I've
running.
been here.
because
I've been here. That's my cheat code. Is I spotted here.
Gavin has been here. He's been a spotted guy
This
over
was
here.
this was the first track I spotted at. I spotted in the keyhole.
Wow, that's cool. I'm a little jealous.
That was certainly an experience of all time. It was a ton of fun though. But I mean, you can see here as we come into the final set of corners here, the pace car will be coming in. Christopher Tate leads them to the green flag. So we got our close up on him here. Green flag. Tate gets a good start. Perry does not.
Oh, Perry, far off.
Three wide for third. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy.
Leslie's not off to a good start either.
Oh,
my
contact!
goodness.
Perry off the track too.
Oh,
one car around.
Even,
3 cars around.
Stuckwish.
That should be a yellow.
Josh Stoltz.
That should be a yellow.
Patrick O'Keefe. The 3 cars involved.
Caution is out. My goodness gracious. What a big one. And it looks like Jonathan Oates took the lead off
came
of
out
that.
of that. Wow.
So
How'd that happen?
let's go back and take a look at the incident here. We saw a pretty
It was
big... Okay,
drawn out. It was drawn out.
that is a very, very big incident here. Very much should have been a yellow. So let's take a look here.
Comes with the 33 and the 54.
My
Mo
goodness.
Perry, slow on the exit.
You
The
see Mo
33
Perry.
not able
Ugh,
to give
Lordy.
the space to the slow 54.
Big
Door
incident in a
slams
short
him.
amount of time.
My
I didn't
goodness.
want cars bouncing
I
off
don't
the
And
know.
road.
causes a
That's
chain
on the track.
reaction.
I don't know what happened with the 35 here. If he just was not
35
there.
pops into existence. Yeah, he's not there on our
He gets
screen.
turned off at the
That's why
45.
I threw the
45
yellow.
gets
I thought it
loose,
was
slams
hard to
into the
roll,
99.
and
Let's
then
switch
to
over to the
press the button.
99 because he took a hell of a shot here. Let's take a look at this. You can see he is... Ugh!
Oh, that's not good.
My goodness.
Torn
I
up race
believe-
car
I
right
was
there.
clear in the black, yeah.
Stuckwish actually didn't have a ton of damage in that as he kind of got sent off the track. You can see from this view, O'Keefe there just... Ugh! Lordy.
Yep, I would
These
I would
guys
put
get-
the root cause on the 35 for that, but everyone else makes it through.
Yeah, these guys get through clean. I expect the 99 and the 45 to take those fast repairs that they have. But yeah, that was just a brutal hit for those guys. I honestly, you know, it's tough to tell what the 35 saw from his side. Kind of looked like a racing deal, just guys wanting that track position.
Guys wanting track position, guys racing hard, no one wants to give an inch. Everyone wants to avoid an accident, but no one wants to slow down for it.
So
That's
we
what's going to happen.
We saw on the restart there how the 44 got going. Christopher had no problems getting going on the start, being on the inside. But on the other hand of that, Mo Perry just could not get that thing up to speed. It looked like he just spun the tires real bad trying to get back onto it, and when he did, it just caused that car to go wide. So he got taken 3 wide off the start, and it was with Sora and Oates. And you know,
Do what for the
look at the beneficiary out of that. Jonathan Oates ended up taking the lead. So you know, I think these guys are still trying to catch the pace car here. Yeah, there he is. You can tell it's such a big track here, Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. But
Big track, long
Let
pace
everyone
laps.
get the chance to pit here, and then we'll probably.
so I'm hearing that if people pit here, there is a possibility that these pace laps could be shortened to kind of pick up the pace here of bringing this race to a close. You can see the 45 just barely misses pit box there.
Repeat, permission not granted.
But yeah, you can
Should
see
we-
John Garrett there. Clean race car. We talked about how beat up his car was a little earlier in the run. Looks like he got it all fixed. He's back out there running P9 right now. Very good for him. Mo Perry got shuffled back. Look at Benjamin Branscombe up there in P7.
Doing good. It's getting up there. Learning is the key for a lot of the people in the back there.
Yeah, it's very, very important to kind of see. See, there's Jonathan Oates running.
Think we should talk to him? Should we talk to our leader?
Yeah, let's talk to Jonathan Oates if he's
I should have just waited
he's in
by
here and
and
available.
another-
Yep, he's in.
I got him. Jonathan Oates, this is the
It's on
GAVARCA
green.
booth. You got a copy.
Yeah.
Well, Jonathan, you're P1 right now. You 3 wide off of that restart with Mo Perry spinning the tires. How do you feel about your car right now? Is this a position that you expected to be in at this point of the race?
No, I expected to be leading on lap 1 by 5 seconds.
Are you guys
Unfortunately,
going
it took a
for
little bit
record
longer to get
maybe
here.
again?
But now that my talent's kicking in, I will be winning this race by about 500. Just by 500.
Oh,
no
just
unit
five-
needed.
500 units.
Okay.
500 units. Yeah. When do I go on the restart? What's the rule? I tried to ask and I couldn't hear the answer. So what's the rule?
Restarts are on green because there's
Okay.
no restart zone.
Okay.
You can key up and tell everybody that then too. But people should have known that, I guess. But now they will once you tell them because you are the man with the word.
I'm gonna
But-
tell them. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go on green and they can figure it out.
Okay,
Pace
that,
car.
that,
It's fun pace
works. That works.
If I don't, I need to win this race. My ego depends on it.
Your
So,
ego depends
so you
on
say
it.
your ego
Jonathan,
depends on it. How many times do you think that we'll be seeing you the rest of the season out here?
At least once because I'm gonna do Iowa next, but I don't know about beyond that. I wanted to do Mid Ohio. I've never gotten a chance to race Mid Ohio in this car, so that sounded like fun. And if I could win, that'd be even more fun. Unfortunately, Rudy's a little bit faster than me, so this might be a little bit difficult. But I
It's
am
a
gonna
little bit
try.
faster. I would say a lot aggressive.
Unrelated
a lot
question
more
though:
aggressive.
is there any penalty for shoving people off the track, Max Verstappen style?
I don't watch
long as it looks
F1, so
good.
I don't know what that means.
Like
As
if I
long as it
just-
looks good.
Like if Rudy's just on my outside, if I just like don't if I just like stop turning mid corner and push him into the grass while I'm on the track, is that
Just make-
illegal?
Just make it look like an accident.
All I'm saying is, of all people to make sure that they dish it back to you, Rudy is one of those guys,
If
and
his car is in several bits and pieces, you won't be able to, Gavin.
he's probably still got that fast repair though.
That's true.
so.
He probably does. Yeah.
Uh,
Okay, I probably won't do that.
Hey, I mean, listen. The only thing that I don't approve of is intentional wrecking.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want you to do whatever it takes to win
So
this race.
Is that Cirrus Garinge?
Hi.
Hi. I didn't know you
Hi.
were there. I
Are
couldn't
you
really
winning?
tell who it was. I am winning, and I'm gonna win. I'm gonna be doing burnouts in a few minutes here, so get ready for that.
So
Yes,
I
sir,
have
that's what I
one
want you to
last
do.
question before we send you back to your team.
What's good?
So this card that you're running.
Yeah.
So, what about it?
Well, I actually changed it before the race to a first floor racing car, but I understand if you don't want to restart your trading paints. So let me tell you, this is Chris Buescher's car. Except better.
Yeah, man. Let me try to hit R, see if that refreshes the car.
You might need to re-download paints.
This should. We'll see if this works. If it doesn't, not a big deal. But I've been looking at a
So,
card that says preview the
John,
entire
just
time, so I was
Keep
like,
the 09
Oh, yeah.
behind you.
Oh yeah, I also ripped it
I
off
guess
of
the
trading
other one
paints.
takes
I don't
a long
remember who.
way.
I think it was Matt Wood that I stole it from. So I'm sorry. to
shout
him.
out Matt Wood.
Yeah, shout out to him. My
Yeah.
favorite person with the last name of Wood. Rudy Valentin has gone off the track under caution.
Do you have anybody
That's
you'd like to
fine.
thank?
Racecraft Academy,
I have no clue who that is, but
my
awesome.
team.
Awesome.
Thank you to
Yeah.
Racecraft Academy.
Yeah,
So,
thank
yeah,
you.
just
Shout out to
Racecraft
Connor
Academy
Berry, big
behind,
Connor Berry fans. Big
Thank
big
you,
Josh
Connor
Edmondson
Berry.
fans.
Thank
Yep.
you, Josh Evanson.
All right, we'll let you get back to doing your thing here. Good
Okay.
luck on the start.
Good luck, Jonathan. Don't
Yeah.
choke it.
I think I sent him back to the right team.
Yeah, he'll figure it out.
All right. So I believe
Going
we.
right here.
Oh.
Oh, on a replay. Look at us.
All right. Yeah.
Professionals.
We
Going
were
green.
almost half a lap behind, but here we go. Green flag is back out. Oates is leading them here.
Good start by Oates. They're both really even.
Really even. He's going to try to cross him over here. Contact between Sora and Valentin again. I think
Sora's
there's
not playing the game. He
there's-
wasn't
Oh
kidding.
my
They're beef.
lord.
He wasn't.
They're getting contactual back here.
He was not playing
Oh,
around with
he's
that
in the
beef.
grass.
Oh, Rudy's
Rudy's in the
Valentin.
grass. There's contact again.
Taking too much space.
Sora is not going to play this game. Oh, big problems in the back. The 45's
that's
in
a
it
big one.
again.
Back out in the back, no one behind it. Keep it
35's in it. 40 back. We're going to go back to the lead here because these guys are getting violent.
Ooh, Presley.
Oh, who
sideways.
was that? Was
That's
that?
a 44.
No, that
No,
was
that's a-
Isaac Johnson. Isaac Johnson off the track. He got it back going. We're going to try to get us a little bit of a wider shot here.
I'll tell you what, Gavin, it is hot laps right now for the top 4. They are running the fastest they ever run all night. I wouldn't be surprised if we see the fastest laps
Yeah, you can
of the night right now for these laps.
Yeah, you can see these guys closing in here. I mean, this is the top 3 are the ones that we've seen in a group all night. Christopher Tate, he's the transplant in this group. You know, he's the one that hasn't been here all night, put himself into a position where he can try to pick up some spots. You know, you got Isaac Johnson back there too. He's been up front the whole night, but I mean, it looks like he's kind of he's the Velcro between the front and the middle group right here.
It's just a matter of what happens with everyone in the front pushing, when these tires fall off and these tires get their 5 laps on them. They say, it's just 5 laps, but there's 5 really long laps around this really long racetrack. So there's going to be some sort of closure between the rest of the pack as everyone else drives differently.
Off the nose of Valentin, sitting in P2 right now. You can see he's right up on the bumper, on the quarter panel.
He's not being patient.
Forces Oates into a mistake here. Sora's loose. Trying to get around Oates. Sora is going to try to get around Oates.
He said he was going to do the Max Verstappen. Come on.
He's like, man, he's got to get there. He's to his inside again. There he goes.
He's there.
He's there to the inside.
Than what we started the race with.
Got loose. Oh, man.
He is just, I wouldn't be surprised if Oates puts the bumper to him. He's just so
He's gonna
close.
have to.
I
If he
think,
doesn't,
yeah.
he's calling on.
Oh, Sora's gonna put the bumper to Oates. They're side by side. They touch once more. Oates to the quarter panel. Side by side. Give it to Sora. With Valentin just running away with this one. Looks like Stoltz is struggling back here. He gouged about 4 spots there in one corner. You see John Garrett making his trek through the field right now. P8. Hell of a drive for him this late in the race. You can see Oates and Sora going after it on one another once
still
again.
bad, man.
More contact.
Holy cow.
These guys are
Oates is not going to give this up. He thinks he can catch him.
they're just letting Valentin just walk away with this one at this point. You know, these guys are fighting for it. And, you know, here's something else too that you got to remember. Sora currently has about a full race lead over the second place car. And with that too, he's going to get the bonus points for making all the races so far this season. That's something that's being
Sora's racing for
implemented.
everything. Sora's racing for the championship. Jonathan Oates is here for one race. He does not care, and he is not going to hold up behind or just sit behind Presley and finish third. I wouldn't say Jonathan Oates has a chance to win it. He does not have the chance to win it at this moment in time. We need another caution for my man.
Look at this gaggle of cars here. John
He's
Garrett,
not getting on the short
contact.
Oh, Garrett.
That's not a spot to go
And
3
through
wide.
goes Josh Stoltz. Oh, and he gets passed back.
Garrett pushed. Ugh. Stoltz is loose. Oh my god!
Dirty,
What a
nasty
mess.
driving back
Oh!
here.
Oh my
my
God.
goodness.
What are we doing back there?
What
guys?
a mess!
They have had
These
it.
these guys are getting violent.
Ethan Stockwich is not going to have it.
He doesn't even have a nose.
It's a full contact sport back here, man.
He's like a child when the parent says got your nose. Like his nose is fully gone, man. He drove him wide.
He's making passes. Oh, there goes.
He drove him wide. There's gonna be contact
Does
between the
Luke.
56 here. Oh, one car off. Who is that? John Garrett. John Garrett's off.
Garrett's off.
Patrick
John
O'Keefe's
Evil.
off.
That's two
something
cars.
going.
What is going on? Let's try to take a look at what happened with these guys here. Brayton Lasser's on track. What on earth? He's
Where did
25
Brayton
laps
Lasser come
down.
from?
Let's take a look at what happened to Garrett here. Ah, he just got loose. Wow.
You could tell he was pushing hard. That's what happens.
Yeah, so he just got loose. And the same thing, it looks like O'Keefe also. Oh, man, that was a tough incident. John Garrett is off track again. It looks like.
Again.
That was
I think that's the same accident.
Anyway, back to the front here. Oates has gotten past Sora from P2. So that's a big move of the race right there. Because I know Sora wants that spot. I mean, he's, like you said, he's going for the championship, so he wants every point possible. It's
Oates also
interesting.
mentioned he's learning. He's learned the track more. He's a lot quicker than the first half of the run we've done. So he could very well easily, 3 laps time, he could close up to Rudy before Presley even has the ability to catch up. Because Presley's quick, but Presley's topped out, right? Like, he's plateaued. We know how fast Presley Sora is, and he's not going to be able to improve on a whim. So if Jonathan Oates is able to hold this pace, it could be close to a win for him.
Yeah, it'll be super interesting because, he took that corner a lot tighter than any of these other guys have. It did lose him some time here, but you can tell he's exploring. He's trying.
Brayton, you must be a cat because you really like the litter.
He's trying to find, everything that he can do that, some of these other guys aren't doing at this point. Whether it's smart to do. Sora's, he's doing everything he can. I mean, he wants that spot. You can tell how hungry he is. So we're
coming around to get 2 to go.
Yeah, we're coming to 2 to go here. Yeah, Benjamin Branscombe, and looks like that's Luke Breitschoff in front of him going for the spot. You can see they're just going to get super aggressive here in these final 2 laps. John Garrett just got around John Shilcheski. It moves him into 13th after the spin. See, O'Keefe's loose up here. Super understeery. Valentin stretched it out to a second, though.
He's pushing now. Maybe he was saving.
Maybe he was. I mean, you can see these guys are just getting closer and closer. You can see the brake glow on the 98 car. I've never seen that before.
Never? Wow.
You actually could see it. Oh!
Oh, he's going for it.
Ooh!
He's looking.
I thought that was going to be a bit dangerous
Eyes on
there.
with the sport ender for Jonathan Oates there. Presley Sora sniffing his nose everywhere he can, trying to get past him. He has the pace. He's ready to go. Jonathan Oates cannot keep up at the moment.
Yeah,
My theory about him speeding up and catching up, it's not working at the moment.
Oh, he's on his
Presley's
corner
there.
panel. He's trying to move him. He put the bumper to him.
No,
He's
he
put the
didn't.
bumper to him twice.
Coming out of the white flag.
Yeah, white flag, white flag, white flag. Rudy Valentin takes the white flag here from the lead. These guys here in second are still battling us out.
The battle is for second indeed. Presley Sora, how hard is he going to take it? How badly does he need these points? Is he going to shove past Jonathan Oates? Jonathan Oates has nothing to lose. He said himself, he doesn't care after tonight. He's got other obligations. He just wants to win. So if he can take second, he's going to do everything in his power to keep it.
And probably after, after everything that happened at Daytona with destroying 2 cars, this is probably, one of the last cars that team has. So, they're trying to use it everywhere. We're going to take a look back here real quick between the 35 and the 99 battling hard for P6. Back up to the front, though. Valentin's gapped it to almost 2 seconds here. You can see Sora.
Hey.
Sora is using all the racetrack.
Holy cow, the pure pace. Look at this.
He's going to put the bumper to him.
I wouldn't be surprised. Coming in the final sector here.
We're going to close in here. Runs up to him.
He's up to
He
him.
puts
He's
the
touching
bumper.
him. He's going to
He
it.
doesn't. He puts the bumper to him. What's
And he's
Oates going to
there.
do?
Oates isn't going to let it happen. But he
Oates,
stays there and he makes it work.
Oh my goodness. So Rudy
Valentin
Valentin
wins.
here.
Jonathan Oates second. Presley Sore third. Isaac Johnson is going to come around 11 seconds behind. Still waiting for him. But he's going to come around, presumably, take fourth. Justin Knutson is going to round out your top 5. Good for him to get a top 5 out here. Ethan Stuckwish. Nope, never mind. We're shuffling. It's a battle.
It's P7 for Stuckwish right now. P8.
P7 for Stuckwish. Christopher Tate coming around. Luke Breitschoff, Mo Perry rounding out your top 10.
So yeah, let's let me see. He's gonna be burning it down. Let's first talk to the 3rd place driver, Jonathan Oates.
Oates. Let's go see what happened. Jonathan Oates, you were praising me with all that speed, telling me about how you're learning and you're catching up. What happened in that second half? It seemed like your tires kind of just didn't have it at the end.
Yeah, I mean, Rudy was just faster than me. I can't say really anything else about it. He had to try less hard to go the same speed, and that's why his tires were better. My tires got a little too hot, and I paid the price for it at the end. So it is what it is. Rudy definitely deserved the win. I just wanted to give it my all.
How about the battle with Presley Sora down there for second?
He clearly doesn't know how to race on a road course, because every time he tried to pass me, it was at a not passing zone, and he just kept sticking his quarter panel inside like that's supposed to get room. So I can tell he's never raced at a road course properly before, and that's why I wasn't very happy about what he did. He had the nerve to say that I cut him off, which I just think is insane, because he was still never actually inside of me. So yeah, of course I cut him off. I hope he learns how to pass soon, because that's not how you race at a road course.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
with that,
I'm not too happy with
let's
him.
bring in our 2nd place finisher, Presley Sora.
Yeah, that's Presley
Yeah,
Sora.
let's do it.
P2.
You're keeping me in here? That's a horrible idea.
A strong running for Presley Sora. You made a lot of moves out there, a lot of speed. However, Jonathan Oates has some gripes about how you raced him in the last half, saying how you were cutting him off, when Jonathan Oates is trying to say that you were trying to pass him in no passing zones. What's your opinion on that? What's your take on that?
Well, I mean, the no passing zones thing is probably one of the dumbest statements I've ever heard in my entire life.
Wow, that's bold.
There is no such thing as no passing zone. You make a move. If you have a hole there, you take it. It doesn't matter if it's stereotypically a passing zone or not. If the driver is bad enough to leave a gap, you fill it. So he left a gap multiple times, and every time I'd get to him, at least twice, I got beside him or to his quarter panel, and he just turned across my nose like I wasn't there and cost me more time, which ultimately let Rudy just drive off into the sunset. So, I mean, I'm not playing the chopping game. 2, there is no such thing as no passing zone. And 3, that was about as clean as a bump and run as you can do. What I did in the final corner, I gave him every single chance to get back beside me and race me clean to the line, and he chose not to. He stomped the brakes and hooked the right, tried to hook me at the exit of the first corner, and it didn't work, and he lost a position to it. So, anybody could have drove in there and flat out dumped him or pushed him clear off into the grass and not given him a chance at all. But he decided to hook it back right, and I tapped him once or twice, maybe 3 times, but they were not big taps, and I really didn't gain much from it other than getting beside him. But he chose to, I guess, throw a on-track tantrum and try to hook her right back into me.
So
Wow.
so
An
all
intense
that
speech.
all that
Jonathan
I
Oates, any
want.
take
Lot
on
of
that?
So I don't want this to be a back and forth. I just wanted to hear both sides of the story here.
Okay. Well,
So
can I
So
get like
we get-
I promise I won't yap as long as Presley did. Can I just get like a quick little response in?
quick
Jonathan
little
I
Oates,
promise it'll
quick
be
little
short.
response.
your rebuttal to that information, Jonathan Oates.
It's very fast. The only time that he was able to pass me was when he shoved me into a corner. Get
Oh.
better, and I'll be
Oh.
seeing y'all in the next race.
There we go.
Jonathan
He's gonna be
Oates.
carrying it into the next
Alright.
race.
I passed him one time, but I was ahead of him the entire rest of the time.
So Presley Sora, onto the part of the race where it wasn't you guys going after each other. How from that second half of the race onward, obviously you're trying to hold on to your spot there, get back to second, get back to battling with Rudy. What do you think you could have done differently? Ignoring you battling the 73. What do you think on track you could have done differently?
Really, I don't think there was much. I think he benefited from the restart a lot because, we had that first restart, and I was about to pass both of them, then the yellow came back out. But then the next one, he got ahead, and I got past Jonathan, and then he drove back up on me, and our side-by-side racing let Rudy drive away, and I thought for a second we'd catch back up to him, and then we just didn't. He started driving back away as soon as I got back to Jonathan. So, one of those deals. Once he got out front, he was gone. I don't think I could have done much about it there. I think if I'd have stayed in front of Jonathan about halfway through that last run, I think I maybe could have run him back down, but it would have been tough to get around him at that point. So, and I did just watch it back. That is probably the cleanest and most textbook bump and run you can give in your entire life, and he threw a tantrum and hooked it back right and lost the position. So I'm sure I'll see it on Twitter, about like usual, when he puts up a tweet with a video of him causing a wreck and asking people whose fault it is. So I guess we'll move on to Iowa.
I'll tell you what, Presley. At the end of the day, you're both driving, you both cross the line, you're both still up front. There's nothing you can do but move on and start the next race. So
Yeah, just build on my massive point lead.
yeah.
Right.
God bless you. Thank you, Presley.
Presley
Thank
Sora,
you,
everybody.
Sears.
All right.
Gavin Newton,
Yes, sir.
the one and only.
I don't know where you were. Streaming one, I think. All right. Let's talk to our race winner, if we can
Rudy
find
Valentin.
him. Rudy Valentin. Rudy,
Rudy Valentin.
you,
Attaboy.
you won
were fast.
again.
Yeah, I won. I had a movie in my mirror, dude.
I know.
Jonathan Oates really saved your ass there, didn't he?
He was actually holding pace with my lap times that final run, and then Presley got to him, and then he just started blocking Presley, so I was able to kind of get another second on him.
Yeah, he was quick, and then he was just a little bit not quick enough, but then he got a lot wider. Tell you what.
So
Yeah, you ran away with it.
yeah, I mean, you ran a stupendous race, especially there at the end. You're making all the right moves. It looked like you probably saved just enough. By the end of that thing, you could be like, all right, it's time to go, and then just you could just push the hell out of it there at the end. So, what do you think made the difference for you there at the end of this?
Not running wide or messing up any of the corners and just doing smooth laps. I was trying to go faster, but I was consistently a second and a half off the lap I was trying to hit. I was trying to beat my qualifying lap, but some reason, I don't know why, I just couldn't. I just decided to instead rather turn smooth laps and be like a second and a half off.
Oh, there
It's
you
fun
go.
to watch though. The guys in my mirror, they were battling real hard. I think I apologized when it happened, but he's not here right now. But Presley, sorry again for fucking junking. Sorry, you're fucking.
Nah, you're good, everyone.
Sorry for junking you when I tried to make the move to the inside. I feel like I did the right thing to band-aid it by just letting him go and not passing him after doing that. Instead, I accidentally ran somebody else wide. That's my bad.
Don't worry, Rudy. Puzzy Sora made anything but friends tonight, so I don't think you're on the top of his list coming into the next race.
Yeah.
So,
I,
no
I,
worries,
I, I had
dear.
a fun battle with him. Yeah,
Yeah, congratulations on the win.
Is there anyone you'd like
And,
to thank before we send you back?
yeah, my teammates at Goonigan Racing Division and my sponsor Slipstream Signs, Tyler Williams, of course, the GOAT, by the way.
thank you, Rudy. Best of luck.
Yeah, best
Thank
of luck
you.
in the second race here at Iowa. The session is going up right now.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
Man, it's
Man.
feisty out there.
I didn't
They-
expect it to
Those
get back there.
guys, those guys are feisty.
You know, I was expecting the race to be spread out. I was expecting us to get bored. I was expecting us to drag people into the booth, mid-green, say, hey, how you doing, driver, you know? But no, we were entertained. They put on a show, and they fought for their lives. And you can tell they fought for their lives because they were emotional after it, and it's all going to carry over into Iowa. Of course, we go to a short track.
Yeah, yeah. I listen. This league is for so much fun. You know, I only put this league on to have fun, but man, when you get guys that are that passionate that they'll go after each other face to face like that, like, oh man, like that's beautiful. That is racing right there. There's one person I want to talk to before our race here at Iowa. We do have a half-hour practice for Iowa, so we will probably go on a bit of a break once we talk to this person. After we talk to this person, so we can get drinks, bathroom break, whatever we need for this race, so we can come back stronger and better than ever. But let's talk to our sponsor for both of tonight's races, Benjamin Branscombe. So, Benjamin, hello, welcome to the booth. You got a copy?
I don't think he's here, driver.
We'll have to drag him back in the middle of the race. That's alright. That's alright. We'll talk to him later. We'll move him back up to where he was. I think he's in driver chat.
Oh, I heard him. I heard him for a second.
Hold on.
Wait.
Hang on.
Are
you here?
Hello, yes, I'm
Hi,
here.
okay. We're like, oh no, we're gonna have to drag him in during the race. But
You're good. No, my audio was messed up, so.
no, you're good. We just figured we'd talk to our sponsor for both of our races tonight.
Yeah, cool. Okay, what do you got?
So, obviously, the last race, you had moments where things were going your way, and then for one reason or another, you would just you get knocked out of the way by somebody, or you just overdrive one of the corners, whatever it may be. But how did you feel about your car in the last race, and what are you expecting for Iowa?
Yeah, I felt good going into Mid-Ohio. It's one of my favorite tracks overall, just IRL and in the game. Like you said, I just either something wouldn't go my way, like on the initial start, the 22 sent it up 3 wide and just hoed me out the way, and that really put an end to my day from the get-go. And then I hustled it back up into about 7th spot at the race break, and again, to John, I didn't mean to do it. I had the inside line, and he cut down on me from the replay I saw. I don't know. Like, that may just be an agree to disagree racing deal. Then after that, it just kind of all fell apart. I got the 35 got into me at the exit of the corner there on one of the laps, and they sent me in the 56, and everyone was like, I'll Venmo you to like wreck this guy, and I'm like, guys, I'm just out here trying to have fun. What's going on? I'm just trying to vibe. But yeah, it was a frustrating race at the end of it all. I didn't mean to wreck anyone. I didn't mean to get anyone. There's hard racing, and there's being a jerk, and I'm not trying to be a jerk. Yeah, but looking at Iowa, I expect this to be an interesting race with it kind of being a short track vibe. I'm just hopeful for a top 15 at this point, and not to get my junk turned and killed in this race. So that's been about it.
Ooh, I can watch Iowa like live.
So, yeah, you can. So, obviously, you're the sponsor for tonight's races. What encouraged you to have both Above the Yellow Line and Digital Chumps be our sponsors for tonight's race?
Yeah.
And what do you have to say about them? What do they do?
Yeah. So start off with Above the Yellow Line. That was Mid Ohio. It's a great group of people that we have. Adam Taylor. Taylor's the main person, but Adam, Dom, Taylor, Rob, and I. I'm part of it, but mostly it's them. They're wonderful people that have a great live stream every Thursday night on the TobyChristie.com YouTube channel. They're just good friends, and Taylor has wanted to get more into iRacing, but she doesn't have a rig, and I said, hey, I can put you on the car at least for a few, on when I do races online, and I decided to come kind of promote her platform and her brand as much as I can. And they're good people. They're just genuinely good people. And the same goes for Digital Chumps. Some background on Digital Chumps. We're a video game review site. We've been around since 2008. I've only been up with the site since 2018, but Nathan, the editor-in-chief, has been one of my biggest advocates for sim racing since I started way back when we first met. He's always been happy for me back even when we sponsored Nate Stewart and Road to Pro a couple years ago, and stuff like that. So just good people, good way to check them out. Check them out at AboveTheYellowLine.com and DigitalChumps.com. Always a fun time for sure, but good people always want to get their names out there and get as much support as we can for them. So go check them out.
Awesome. You have anybody else you want to thank for your racing endeavors tonight, your racing endeavors in real life, maybe people who help you with whatever you do?
Yeah, I'll thank again Digital Chumps and Above the All Line. They're on the car. They're on my car every week. The good people, like I said. I want to thank Toby Christie, TobyChristie.com, for giving me the platform to be able to cover ARCA IRL. It's been awesome to just go out to these races and cover it in person when I can, and to meet you all, and to see you and Brayton and your little brother and everyone, Zachary and everyone else at the track that I get to see. So thank you to you guys for putting this on, and for Toby for letting me do ARCA. So that's about it.
Awesome. Well, Ben, we appreciate you wanting to be involved with this series and bringing such great people and just, running with us every week. Most of the time, especially the first few races, things haven't necessarily gone your way, but you show up and you have fun with us every week, and that's all we can ask for.
Of course, and I thank you all for the platform to be able to do it on. It's an honor and a privilege.
Awesome. Well, we're going to send you back up there. Good luck here at Iowa, and have
Thanks,
fun.
guys. Thanks,
That was
Such a good guy.
Our sponsor, Benjamin Branscombe, one of my favorite
Such
people.
a good guy.
One of the nicest people I've probably met in racing, to be honest. So, such a good guy. We're going to take a little bit of a break here. I know I need a break. Cirrus, I'm sure you need a break here. Just for the few minutes here. So, we'll throw on some music and a little waiting screen, and we'll be back here at the Iowa Speedway.